Welcome, everyone, to Myself and the World Storytime. Today's theme is being a supportive friend, and with us we have Miss Angela Bonds from the Grove Hall branch of the Boston Public Libraries. We are super excited to have her here with us. Just some settling in. The Storytime is co hosted by Vital Village Networks, the Mental Health Committee, and Boston Public Libraries. We want to create a safe and fun space for children and families. We don't tolerate inappropriate behavior, and we require an adult to attend with their child. So, with those quick housekeeping tips, I will pass it over to Angela.
Hello, friends. My name is Miss Angela, and I work at the Grove Hall branch of the Boston Public Library, and I'd love to welcome you to Storytime. Before we start, give yourself a moment and check in and think about how are you feeling today? Or how did you feel this morning? Are you feeling a little tired because the day was kind of long? Are you feeling really excited because something fun is going to happen? Are you feeling a little grumpy because maybe something not great happened? Wonder. Always take a minute, check in with yourself, see how you're doing. I know that I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty happy and excited to read stories to you today. So with that, let's begin with our hello song. All you have to do to start is to clap like this. Good job. We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With all our friends at story time, we clap and sing hello. Good job. Now that you've gotten those hands warmed up, let's move down to our feet and let's get a good stomp. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With all our friends at story time, we stomp and sing hello. Quick stomps. And finally, let's say hi to each other with a nice wave. Can you wave your hands hello? Perfect, just like that. We wave our hands hello. We wave our hands hello. With all our friends at story time, we wave our hands hello. Big old wave and a big round of applause for singing along with me. All right, we're gonna keep our bodies moving just a little bit more, and we're gonna sing a song that you know pretty well. It's called If You're Happy and You Know It, and this one goes through a lot of different emotions that we might feel in a day. Let's start. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're angry and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. All right, this is my favorite one. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're excited and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. Oh, here's a good one. If you're sleepy and you know it, yawn it out. If you're sleepy and you know it, yawn it out. If you're sleepy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're sleepy and you know it, yawn it out. Oh, big yawn. And finally, if you're grumpy and you know it, cross your arms. If you're grumpy and you know it, cross your arms. If you're grumpy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're grumpy and you know it, cross your arms. Did you make a really good grumpy face? I love pretending to make funny faces, especially the grumpy face. All right, friends. Now, before we start our story, I want you to hold your hands out just like this. We're going to sing a song called Open, Shut Them. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Good job. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Place them in your lap, lap, lap. Now what's next? Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them, right up to your chin, chin, chin. Nice. Open wide your little mouth. Ah! but do not let them in. Did you let them in? I bet you didn't. Give yourself a big round of applause. That was so amazing. All right, friends. So take a minute and let's think about how we're feeling. Sometimes we have big emotions, we need to sort of breathe. And one way of kind of focusing our breathing is to use 5-finger breathing. All you have to do is hold one hand out with the palms and fingers, with your palms up and your fingers spread nice and wide. And take that other hand, using your pointer finger, start at the bottom of your thumb. You're gonna trace all the way up to the top of your thumb. And while you trace, you're gonna breathe in a big belly breath like this. And we're gonna blow all that air out like the wind. And then again, right up our pointer finger, we're gonna breathe all the way in as we trace up, up, up. And blow all that air out. And again, we're gonna go all the way up our middle finger, breathing all the way in. And breathing out as we trace down. You might notice yourself start to feel a little more relaxed. Sometimes it's good to take a pause when we're feeling big feelings. We're almost there. Now we're gonna breathe all the way in as we trace up our ring finger. Ready? And blow it back out. And one more small breath up our small finger. And push all that air out with a big gust. Woo! I noticed I'm starting to feel a little bit more relaxed and getting really, really ready to read those stories with you. All right, friends. This is the first book we're going to read is called The Big Squeeze. And I just learned about this story a few weeks ago, and it is amazing. I'm going to move closer so you can see the book with me. The Big Squeeze. I wonder what's this? Yeah, it's a sponge, and we do squeeze sponges. The Big Squeeze, written by Molly Harris and illustrated by Allison Hawkins. Bloop, 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 bloop. Look at all those bubbles. A lot of times when you have a sponge, you've got soap and water, and that leads to bubbles for cleaning. Hey, kitchen. Hey, sink. A neat little sponge sat in a dish by the sink. Hello, sponge. She flexed her springy yellow corners, boop, boop, and polished her nooks and crannies, and scratched her scrubby green back. I'm lean, mean, and ready to clean. She looks ready to do all the big work. When Carton sloshed milk onto the counter, slosh, little sponge washed it off. When Knife chopped the vegetables, the little sponge mopped up the scraps. Go, little sponge. And when Toaster choked on crumbs, the little sponge soaked them up. Look at all the little crumbs. And look at our sponge working really hard, keeping everything tidy. Before she could catch her breath, there came a gurgle from the garbage disposal. Ugh, I'm all clogged up and I smell like an old sandwich. Sigh. The little sponge did her best, but every time she scrubbed, she streaked gunk across the sink. Look, do you notice she's not as clean as she was? She was bright yellow and now she's a little bit green at the bottom. And look at her face. I don't think that's a happy face. Uh-oh. And then when Blender lost her cap, the little sponge lost her cool. Oh man, sometimes messes, I guess, can get really big. So big that it's even hard for a sponge to clean up. She tried to clean up the mess. She swept and scoured and scrubbed, but instead she smeared and streaked and reeked. Oh no. Oh, look at that face. How is she feeling? Is she sad? The sponge wasn't little or yellow anymore. She was sopping wet and bloated and the color of muck. Crumbs and dirt filled her nooks and crannies, and she stank to high heaven. Oh no, that would not make me happy if I were a sponge. Oh man, she felt heavy, weighed down, and totally useless. She's crying. I wonder what can we do? What am I supposed to do? Sobbed the sponge. Helping others is my job. What good is a sponge that can't clean? She seems really sad. Sometimes at this moment, you might need somebody to help. Suddenly, the rubber glove twins appeared. High five. Looks like you could use some help. Need a hand or two? I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes, I need help. And they pulled in the sponge for a hug and gave her a big squeeze. You give a big squeeze, big squeeze. And out came the dirt, and out came the milk, and out came the crumbs. Have you ever squeezed a sponge and all of the dirt and anything you picked up with the sponge and all kind of comes out with water, with the water? Oh, thank you. I needed that, said the little sponge. Then her friends treated her to a full spa package. Sometimes friends are very great when they like to help you out and give you time off. With a little sponge, while the little sponge luxuriated in a warm dip. Oh, she looks happy and relaxed. Soap massaged her scrubby greenback, and Scrub Brush polished her nooks and crannies. And Faucet showered away all of the extra bubbles. Then the rubber glove twins wrung her out with one more big squeeze. And popped her back into her dish. The little sponge felt squeaky clean once more. Look at her. She's so sparkly. Kick your feet up. You've earned it, said Dish Towel. We'll take it from here. With new pep in her step, the sponge continued helping out in the kitchen. She still swept. She still scoured, and she still scrubbed. But most important, she learned to relax. She took breaks and she asked her friends for help. And the neat little sponge always made time for a big squeeze. The end. Wasn't that a fun story? I love it so much. All right, friends, we're gonna move back a little bit so we can go on to our next song. And thank you so much for listening to that song. We're gonna sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and we're just gonna take both hands and go alternating from side to side like this. The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Good job. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And so the itsy bitsy spider crawled up the spout again. Good job. Now the itsy bitsy spider, as you know, has an older sibling. They're the very big spider. And to make those motions, you just hold your hands sort of parallel like this. And we go in and out like that. Good job. The very big spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. So the very big spider crawled up the spout again. Give yourself a big round of applause for singing along with me. That was amazing. So, we're going to read another story about friendship. This is a really strange story and it makes me laugh a little bit. And it starts with a misunderstanding. This is, are you a cheeseburger? Written and illustrated by Monica Arnaldo. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I see cheeseburgers. I like cheeseburgers. And a raccoon. And a green light. This is Grub. Grub is a raccoon. And he's all by himself. See? And here's Seed. Seed is a seed, of course, and he's stuck in the trash. This particular seed and this particular raccoon had very little in common, except at that moment, they were both stuck in the same garbage can. Hello, said Seed. Grub continued rooting around. Oh, you are very busy. That is all right. I'm busy too. Grub stopped. You are? I'm looking for someone to plant me in the ground so I can start growing. Grub eyed the seed hungrily. Will you grow food? I'm not sure, Seed admitted. Could you grow cheeseburgers? What is a cheeseburger? Grub considered this. Something very good and very special. Maybe. We will have to wait and see. Grub had never seen a cheeseburger plant before. Have you? I wonder if they exist. Look at all those cheeseburgers he's dreaming of. But he liked the sound of it, so he planted the seed right away. Look at the seeds in the ground. And Grub is paying attention. Now what? Grub asked. Seed's voice called up faintly from underground. Now we wait. Grub's stomach growled. How long? I am not sure. We will have to see. Sometimes it's very hard to wait, but generally when you plan things, patience is involved. The two spent every evening together from moonrise to moonset. Grub tried to be patient, but Seed began to wonder, what if he wasn't a cheeseburger plant? What if he was something else entirely? Big questions. It's hard to know what the seed will be. To help pass the time, they told stories. Grub told Seed about the top 3 cheeseburgers he had ever eaten. 1, half a cheeseburger, barely moldy. 2, a piece of cheeseburger bun with some mustard on it, wrestled away from some seagulls. Ah! And 3, a greasy paper wrapper Grub could tell had once contained a cheeseburger. And Seed told Grub about all the interesting things he'd seen down in the earth. A long worm tunneling. 2, a slightly shorter worm tunneling. And 3, 2 very average sized worms tunneling one right after the other so that they kind of looked like one extremely long worm. What's happening down there? Grub asked. Seed looked around. It is dark. What's happening up there? It is dark too. Later though, the sun will rise. What's it like? Seed asked. I'm not sure, Grub confessed. I'm always asleep then, but I have heard that it's like a cheeseburger. Very good and very special. The sun looks like a cheeseburger here. That's so silly. Both alone in the dark, Grub and Seed tried to picture sunrise. Can you picture sunrise? And slowly, things began to change. Hello again, said Seed. Seed, you're out of the ground. Yes, Seed said proudly. I am growing. Ooh, they're both happy. That evening, Grub and Seed celebrated. Grub had a greasy piece of cardboard that he was almost certain was once at the bottom of a pizza box. And Seed had water. To the future. They're so silly. Sure and steady, Seed kept growing and growing and growing and growing. The cheeseburgers were nearly at hand. Do you think that Seed's gonna be a cheeseburger? I don't know. Finally, one morning, just before sunrise, Seed bloomed. Oh, I can't wait for the cheeseburgers. Can you? Oh, said Seed. Are the cheeseburgers ready? Asked Grub. Grub, Seed started. I do not think I am a cheeseburger plant. I think I'm just a flower. A flower? Yes. Not a cheeseburger plant? No. So, no cheeseburgers then? No cheeseburgers. Oh, that face. He does look disappointed. Grub got quiet for a long time. What is it? Seed asked. I'm thinking, Grub said. About cheeseburgers? No, about flowers. Oh, what are you thinking about flowers? I'm thinking that flowers are good and special too. Maybe even more special than cheeseburgers. More special than cheeseburgers? Seed gasped. Well, the same. This is Seed. Seed is a flower, see? And this is Grub. Grub is a gardener. They don't have any cheeseburgers, but they do have each other. And that is something very good and very special. Look at the beautiful flowers. The end. I really enjoyed that story of friendship. Unlikely friendships are sometimes the best. All right, friends, we are almost finished, but we have a couple songs left. And this one just involves a little bit of clapping and spelling. It's called I'm K-I-N-D kind. I'm K-I-N-D kind. I'm K-I-N-D kind. I know I am, I'm sure I am. I'm K-I-N-D kind. All right, we're gonna do that quiet and then loud. Can you do that? I'm K-I-N-D kind. Good job. I'm K-I-N-D kind. I know I am, I'm sure I am. I'm K-I-N-D kind. Good whispering, friends. Now shout as loud as you can without scaring anyone. And I'm gonna shout as loud as I can in the library. Ooh, let's see what happens. Ready? I'm Kind, kind. I'm Kind. I know I am, I'm sure I am. I'm Kind, kind. Give yourself a big round of applause for singing along with me. You guys are amazing. And of course, we reached the end of our story time, but I enjoyed reading to you as always. Hands out just like this. It's called Open Shut Them. Goodbye. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Good job. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Place them in your lap, lap, lap. Wave them, wave them, wave them, wave them. Right up to the sky, sky, sky. I wave to you, you wave to me. Now let's all wave goodbye, bye, bye. You folks were so incredible. Thank you so much for listening to our stories and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Miss Angela, and thank you all for coming. As always, we welcome any kind of feedback. So, any questions, comments, concerns, ideas, please let us know. Please also visit our website and visit Boston Public Libraries, especially Grove Hall, to see Miss Angela. And we hope to see you again soon. Thank you all so much. Bye bye.